Welcome back. Okay, I don't like to cook them too long. So yeah, thank you for clicking on the video, and you all will know what this means. Yeah. Hey, me buddy. Yeah. I don't hold out a lot of hope for his ears. Yeah, it was cold last night. Hey, me man. Yeah. He was born just at daybreak. Nice chocolate color. He's off the jet line. His mom is really good. I think he got a wee feed, but we're gonna give him a wee half a bottle colostrum and get the medicines into him. Hey buddy. Yeah. We'll let you air out now because we've got to get you dry before we put you back out to mommy because it's still pretty cold out there. Yeah. Wee man. Sod's Law. This Alberta Clipper or Colorado, whatever it is, got them going. So that means we're on watch. Okay, I'll go get you a bottle. I'll go check everybody else first, then I'll get you a bottle. Hey buddy. Yeah. I'll close this just in case you take a notion to go for a walk. Here we go. So yeah, like I said, I usually just put the heat on until their nose and their extremities come up to temperature, and then because we're inside oh, that's not supposed to be on. We're inside a heated shop. That is fine because you don't want to be hot and then sticking them out in the cold. So I switch it off, let them settle down. We'll give them a wee bit of something to drink. Give them their pill, because I'll show you that in a wee bit. Because we're changing our birth medication. We didn't get any Optigel. We thought about getting the stuff from Sonne Farms, but just with everything going on, it got away from me. So, yeah. So, thanks everybody for clicking on the last video, which you're all watching right now, because this is Tuesday. I've had a lot of really great information on this thing and a lot of really great offers. Adam and the likes, people who know this stuff, because like I said, I didn't grow up in a very mechanical family. I'm learning as I go, and we did not have these where I came from. So yeah, all of the people offering information, I will be taking you up on that, because like I say, I am one to learn. And if I can do it myself, I will. So, thanks for that. Okay, I'm gonna go and check everybody, and then we'll be back to this. There we go. There's our first baby. Back out. I got the straw tucked in along the walls where the calves like to lay. Jade eating and talking to her baby. Baby's just kind of in shock because it's back out in the cold. It's about -18 right now. And baby number 2. Yeah. So it's safe to say we're in full swing. That baby is less than 15 minutes old, and it's up and it's almost latched on. Dang it. That's amazing. Just wish the weather was smart enough not to stay here for too long. Good 2 days of this nonsense. Hey Jade. Yep. She's a good jet girl. Okay, go have coffee and rest, because it's going to be a long 2 months. Yep. Come on, sweetie. You get one wee bit left to go. Just one wee hiccup. A wee burp. A wee whoop and a holler. Come on, darling. I'm glad to see a good-sized calf, because she is prone to throwing twins. And I'm not looking for twins, not this year, no. Come on, darling. I might need to go and give her a wee hand just to grab the baby. She's just having a breather. She's only been at it about not even 10 minutes. I came in here. Oh, cheapers. You're getting a close up with Marky here. And there's Sham. I was bedding this pen and giving them some of their feed straw over here. Oh, there we go. And the baby's over. And the head is the right way. Yay. That's always my paranoia, that the head gets tucked underneath. There we go. She's one of our commercial cows. Quiet, you can clap her. She doesn't have a name, but she's just a really good cow. Like, I probably won't try and annoy her right now, but when I go to walk them out tomorrow, I'll walk the calf and her together. She could care less. Kind of like her right there, Jade. Like I was moving the calf because the calf went and laid down on the straw by the edge of the railing there where there's more snow than straw. The calf was kind of jittering, so I picked the calf up and walked over. Then she just followed along behind me. Her, on the other hand, she's off a 10D, which is one of the old matriarchs, and she just got a little squirrel in her craw right now. We'll see how she settles down. But awesome. Number 3. Sweet. Oh, still no first timers calved. Pretty close. Still no second timers calved. Really close. Baby number 4 on the ground. Today is Thursday. Yes, it's a lot warmer, but there is a crispy wind coming out of the east right now, and it is not pleasant. So yeah, we've got 3 mums and babies in this pen right now. The first baby born, I still haven't tagged it. It's been medicated, but it's not tagged because the ears are compromised. I just want to give it a few days because it's still, when you see it walking around, it flicks its head around side to side, so its ears are bugging it. So I'm gonna give it a couple more days. Mum's really nice, so I don't have to worry about dealing with Mum. So yeah, I'm hoping if it smartens up here this afternoon, I can get back to getting the walls closed in on that, and then that way we can let the babies in there. So we'll see how it goes. So yeah, if you never wondered how serious we were about feeding your cows as late in the day as you possibly can, so we do, as you see, the hay. Hey sweeties, we do the hay after lunch because that gets the bulk of the roughage into the cows in the middle of the day. And then right before supper time, right before, hey Stumpers, there's the Queen of Sheba right there. There's my girl. Hey darling. Hey Marky. Yeah, there's certain cows that get to go to the retirement pen. That is our Marky. Marky is from the I year. If I can remember, here, Squeakers, one of our new youngsters. This is Squirtsy's girl. That's her first Squirtsy's daughter she has run a calving season with, so it's kind of nice. Anyway, enough about squirrels. So yeah, we feed silage right at supper time. So there's hay and silage out here in the evening, and then it is now 1 a.m. or I think it's about 20 after 1 now. So I just did my last big walk through. There's Blackbird. So yeah, we push in the bulk of what's been pushed out because they like to pick through the first stuff. So last thing, so it's usually either midnight, between midnight and 1 o'clock, we'll come along and push the last of the silage and hay, like as you can see here. So they will tend to, most of them will come up. I gotta remember to point the camera where I'm pointing the light. Most of them, you see, don't really care. These guys are on the number 1 hay now because they have calved. Babies are somewhere. Like I said, that wall there is predominantly where they like to stick the babies, especially right now while the storm is blowing out of the east. That wall faces west, so it gets the evening sun and it shelters. Anyway, another squirrel just passed. So they will come up and start cleaning up the rest of the top stuff. Here's Nels, this is Stumper's daughter, another one of the crowd favorites. Thank God there's a lot of squirrels tonight. Anyway, so they will have the bulk of this to fiddle through the night, and that is why 90. Oh, I'm gonna say, let's see. Oh yeah, this is my little workstation. So I push in the bulk of the hay and the silage with that, and then tomorrow at lunchtime, I come out and I scrape up all of the small leaf from the hay and all the little bits with the rake of power, which also doubles up as Mr. Slappy for herding mums and babies, or just cows in general. For the third squirrel in the evening, so we found that fully 90% calf tend to be after the sun is up, or sort of mid-afternoon, sort of 2 p.m. and we equate it to that. Because no word of a lie, as soon as we started feeding to supper time and then onwards, the babies being born at 1, 2, 3 a.m. in the morning almost stopped. So can't argue with that. Okay, I'm going in to have a snack and go lay down and have a sleep for a while. Whew. Hey Ty. Hey the girl. Oh, I tell ya, if you can't do this with cows, you're missing out. Hey Amy. How you doing, darling? Hey? Oh yeah, don't get too close to the ears. That's a jet thing. And here's Racer. Hey Racer Roni. Here's your girl. Yum 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 yum. Then there's Suki. Yeah. One of the quietest animals in this pen. Almost rivals that one. Squirtsy. Everybody knows Squirtsy. So yeah, baby number 5 is on the ground. Hey Squirts, did you know? Number 5. Your lady, Mrs. Piper Doug, found the baby this morning. Yeah. Hi Penelope. How are you doing? Oh, we're in a bad mood, are we? We want the butt scratch, so. No, we're just gonna keep going. She's very ripe. Probably calved by the end of the day. We hope. Yeah, look how low that side is and how jiggly. And she's boobied up, so. Yeah, we're gonna watch you, Penelope. Holy. Yeah, so let's go. Number 5. On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. Oh, I know. Y'all have been waiting, so have So, almost 4 months to the day. Almost 4 months to the exact day. We're getting her back. So, clutch plates were burnt out. There was some electronics were burnt out. A lot of the problems with this had been over the tractor being abused at Agco West. I'm going to name names. And the previous owner and the previous company that I bought this from, I'm not going to name that one because my nana brought me up better and so did my mum. They dicked around under here and did terrible things, and you all know the story about this. So between cross threads, leaks, mismatched parts, so a lot of the electric fittings down there, and there's an ECM down there also. So wires get broken, plug-ins badly attached, blah blah. So it's been replaced, repaired. The tractor was split, they were in there, fixed leaks. They figured they've got the leak in the front axle done this time. No, they did not get the seat repaired. Apparently that got lost in translation. But I can safely say, with what this cost, I'm very happy with how Shoal Lake has treated us. Very great folks up there. The tractor's not perfect. It's a 12,000 hour tractor. There's no getting past that. It had a hard life. I haven't been gentle on it either, but I've been a lot nicer than the last owner. So, there's going to be things to do. Now the loader, once the loader goes back on it, I've fixed all the pins and shims and stuff. So, that should be good that way. Still got to connect up the front wheel assist. So that can go ahead and get done now that the clutch is fixed, because I didn't want to do that until after the clutch was done. So, yeah. Excited to get back to the farm and start putting it back together, so you'll start to see that in the next clips. Long drive home, but not when it says 30 in the dashboard, unlike the John Deere saying 14. Yeah. And here we are. The rarely seen orange horror. So yeah, they had it pretty well buttoned up a couple of weeks ago, right before we lost Mum, and they said the one problem they were still having was in there, the switch, and that's the high-low range for this. So the big shifter here, which is the 1 through 4 in the main box. So when you move it back towards you out of the 1 through 4, there's like a bump position where it goes high-low. So it's just however many times you hit it, it just goes high, low, high, low, high, low, so you can select it. Well, it's just always been in high, and I've never really given it much thought. Apparently they said that the actually high-low switch was jiggered, so it was stuck in high, which I'm okay with, but they're thorough up there, so they changed it, and so yeah, we now have high and low. Ironically, I started the tractor up to leave Shoal Lake and I couldn't get it in high. For some reason, it was not clicking over from out of low. I couldn't get highway speed. So he came and did some twiddling about and found out it was fine. It was just sticking. Now it's been sitting around for 4 months. So where we're at? Well, as you can see, the loader is not on it yet. The loader is about to be on it. But what I was waiting for prior to this, because we had the front axle rebuilt, but I never actually installed the connections because I knew it was getting split. To do with the clutch, yada yada yada. So, in the interim, because the old drive shaft and the issue with the diff had mongoloided this thing up. Now I had welded it up and ground it to be as close as possible, and as you can see, with everything going on, jumping and starting and all the rest of it, it chewed that up. So once they rebuilt the front axle, I never bothered reinstalling it. Talked to the guys at the metal shop. A lot of you will all know this. They said, no, you're best just to have it made. And there's a company, and if I can think of it, I will put it in the description. Now, I think they're in Souris here in Manitoba. And so, yeah, they work in cutting splines, keyways, drive shafts, you name it. And this is just a standard 540, both ends. So, there's a yoke. So, this is the back side. As you can see, it is just a standard 540. This was a brand new 540 collar that I got when this started acting up. So when I welded that up and cut new splines, we got this. Well, between the jumping clutch, it caused this, and then ultimately stripped out that diff pinion. I have it around here somewhere because I got them to save it for me. Because the ring, because it comes as a ring and pinion, the ring is still in great condition. If I can find it, I'll do it. Anyway, nothing you can do with that, and for the price, it's like, I don't know, $100 or whatever it is. So here's the brand spanking new one. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna install the new drive line with pins, because this is how you lock them. You slide them onto the shaft, stick it up, slide them over, and then you install massive quarter pins or split pins in there to stop it moving back and forward. And that's actually what had started this all going wrong, what had started that from blasting out, was this one had fallen out, and not this one. The other one is here somewhere. I was looking for it before I started filming. Anyway, I digress. Squirrel! It was completely and utterly waggled out. And what had happened was the pin for it, I actually think it was a nail. Somebody had installed a nail in there. Anyway, it had come out and it slid back, and then it chewed the end off of the shaft and the collar. So we're gonna put the drive line in, and then if I'm doing well, I'm gonna try and put this back on. Hi, my name's Piper Doug, and I have a clutter problem, which led to me running over the end of my drive shaft guard. So as you can tell, she's got a bit of a corkscrew in her. So yeah, I'm gonna put this drive shaft stuff in, and then I'm gonna see if I can straighten this out. I've got an anvil over there. I know you can see it because of the other stuff. I'm gonna see if I can lay a wellion on this and straighten it back out, because it would be better to have that in here to protect the new drive line. Anyway, too much talking, not enough walking. Oh, so it's Saturday. So yeah, the cab cow pen, they have a new tub in here. We are at, I'll give you the update, we have 7 on the ground now, and yes, 3 hours of tomorrow morning. Here's Bowie. She was number 6 for you, Bowie? Yeah. She was number 6, that's her baby. There. So, number 7 is on the other side of that wall. So, that's Bowie's closest to us. And it's the first cab with a name tag, because she is a definite stayer. And yes, her name is Babe, named by Christina. Christina named Bowie. Here's our Jade, and yes, Jade does not have ears, but Jade is a jet. Hey, sweetie. And sadly, Jade's cab will not have ears either, because that's him right there. He got frosted. Hey, sweetie. So, with the storm coming tomorrow, hey, mama. We will basically, because we don't have this far enough on yet, we'll just blow a huge bank of straw in along these walls, because this is where they like to stay. So yeah, this is where we will get them ready. It's not supposed to be wet, and it's not supposed to be really cold, so it's just supposed to be a lot. Hey, sweetie. So she's another nice wee cow, number 21. Yeah, for whatever reason you're not. There you go. So yeah, that one just born this morning. So yeah, we will hunker down. Monday night is supposed to be the end of it. Pretty cold, but not too bad. So here comes Bowie. Come get your baby, Bowie. So yeah, she's the only one in this pen that she's just a little what if. But like I said, she's not too big of an issue. There we go. Hey, mamas. There we go. Okay, you do your thing. Okay. Well, it's Saturday. It's hard to believe. It's a storm coming. But we'll see what happens. Oh gosh, it's getting worse. Oh. Nope. Oh. Anyway. So what are you doing with your Saturday night? It is currently 12:30 on Saturday night. Yeah. So, I'm hauling bales. I'm trying to close in this east wall because the storm has swung. Instead of coming out of the northeast, where there's a fair bit of shelter in this yard, it's now almost straight out of the east. So, away from this wall here, down there, it's absolutely wide open. Now, people will be like, well, look at all these bales you have right here. You could be using them to build up your wall. No, because this entire wall here is one frozen block of straw. Thanks to Mother Nature and her bipolar ways this winter, with all of the mild weather and freezing and mild and freezing and mild and freezing and mild and freezing. All of the snow has melted down between all the bales, and they've now all frozen together into one solid block of straw. You pull one bale, it explodes. I've tried. So no, I am currently hauling hay bales up from the bale yard down to here, two at a time, one on the front, one on the back. And I'm building a wall because I can't use any of those straw bales because Mother Nature is a bipolar old hag. So yeah, I'm trying to make at least part of this, at least half of the wall tonight before I go to bed after the last checking, because there is animals. I've been pleading with them not to calve tonight, and you can start to see the start of the flakes coming. March, if this is in like a lion, we better be having out like a lamb. There better not be coming in like a lion, out like a rabid, squirrel infested dragon underwear or whatever. Because no, this is not on. Anyway, gotta keep going. every so often it loses the gates and the transmission. Okay. So I've got sugar nuggets. So yeah, this wall here was where I was getting the shelter. Now the wind swung more out of the east, so I put this here to protect the gateways. So the wind will come over here, it won't hit that wall, it'll hit that, and then hopefully it'll go out and up. So this is helping protect the gateway, the middle pan, and then it's actually helping push the wind away from the faraway pan. Oh, I tell you, Mother Nature, if you could have waited a week, the orange tractor would have had the loader back on it, and this would have been done in half the time. Honest to gosh. So I stacked a few bales in that gateway, and the little babies, the little newborns are in there. Yeah, I could have had more of this closed in by this time next week, but it is what it is. Okay, so I'm gonna go park this, and then I'm gonna go and do another walkthrough because I think I see one of the second timers acting weird. And I will see you tomorrow. And we will do this all over again because this is supposed to be here for a wee while. Saving grace is it's not cold. It's only -20 wind chill, -10 stagnant temperature. So the animals are fairly comfortable as long as they're out of the wind. So, we'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Yeah. They're saying 40 kilometer winds. I would say crap to that. It's about 70. Gusting to probably 80, 90 kilometers an hour winds. I just had to fix a back wall that was coming loose there. And that's in the shelter of the yard. So my heart goes out to anybody that does not have shelter around their yard, because your walls are coming down today. This is horrendous. It's finally quit snowing. Now it's blowing. It's about midnight, Sunday night. And yep, now that it's settled down for the most part, I can come out, give these babies somewhere to go and lay down, give these ladies their last bit of food, and somewhere to, if they need to calve, go calve. So, bring you back once we're in the machine. Tell ya. Breathe a little sigh of relief. Snow has stopped. We're still hard in the big blow. We have a pile of straw around the walls, and mums and babies went and laid down straight away. Just see a few of them on this side of the wall too. So, where is it? The camera's doing that weird thing. So yeah, I came out here with one of the #1 hays, because these animals need a lot of energy. As you can tell by the packets on them, but so a lot of people are saying, like, when you see that snow sitting on them like that, that's actually helping them hold in their temperature. So that's supposed to be a good sign. So yeah, just blew them out of bale right here on the bed pack again, because there's no point in putting it in the feed rail because it'll be covered up in minutes because of the blowing snow. And here it's a bit safer. So I've got one more straw bale in here, and this is feed wheat. So I'm going to blow it in around the walls, and then just plead with the girls to hold off for at least 12 more hours. If they give us 12 more hours, it's supposed to be nicer during the day. I know, darling. Just meh. And then we'll spend the next couple of days plowing snow. Okay, we get this done. It's, I don't know, it's after midnight sometime. Yes, and don't worry, the irony is not lost on me that once the storm showed back up after the snow stopped and started blowing back up to 40k, gusts of 70, it's coming from the west, and I spent about 8 hours building that wall to the east. Yeah. But that's the thing. If I hadn't built it, that's where the wind would have come from. Okay, it's 1 a.m. These poor girls are hunkered down. Yeah. Tomorrow's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day of plowing and feeding and bedding and plowing and repeat. Okay. I begged them to behave tonight. See them in the morning. All I can say is thanks to these lovely animals. Yeah, it's coming right in straight that side. Like there's a foot of snow in these pens. Never been so glad to get these up. Sucks that I didn't get that one more finished, but they're quite sheltered in there. Like the trees and that bullpen is sheltering them, so they're all laid up in the straw there from last night. You'll have seen that in the previous clip. The babies are quite happy. Keeping an eye on a couple in the cow pen. I'm hoping they can hold off long enough so I can get some snow plowed to get the food out, to then, I think she just calved, to then get bedding done. Anyway, these poor girls. I'll go and see what just happened there. Happy ladies. And yes, no babies. So yeah, we'll get the first round of feeding, all the bales caught up, and anywhere that needs emergency bedding, we'll get that done. Then we'll get to plowing snow. The reason I need to get plowing snow is I literally cannot get to my bale yard. There's 4 and 5 feet snowdrifts in both directions, and then my other secondary bale yard here, yes, that snowdrift there between the two bales, that's the same height as the bales, so that's 5 feet. So I gotta do some digging and then we can get to bed. But as long as they're eating, because once they start eating, and that's the old farmers thing, because the reason why cows will calve right before a storm gets there, and most of the time, fingers crossed, they will not calve in the storm unless they're really emergency. The reason for that is during a storm they're not eating as much, so their body thinks something's going wrong, so they'll hold off. As soon as you start feeding them again, we should start seeing babies again. So like I said, get in here in the back areas of the pen and get these bedded up pronto. So I got first timers to give a bale, bulls to give a bale later. They could probably hold off. These guys are just happy, except for the magpies. Those magpies are doing my head in. Anyway, and then they'll get around all the other bedding. Oh, yeah. And for any of you who think I'm being a little exaggerating about the snow, no, not really. That snow there is about just over 2 feet deep. Those windows are at my shoulder height and I'm 6'5". So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of snow to move before I can even get to the shop. Anyway, well, gotta deal with this. The skid steer is currently down because it sucked a bunch of snow powder into the air filter. So that's fun. Anyway, let's get after it. Night night, boss lady. Oh gosh. Where do I even begin? So it is, as you would all get to know, it is Monday night. It is currently minus 30 outside. So it's minus 20, it used to be minus 26 by daybreak. Oh! There's a slight breeze, so yeah, it's minus 30 right now. I don't know what it's to get to, but yeah, it was warmer during the storm. There you go, there's the irony. So, I think it's still Monday night. It's not quite midnight yet. We had our next baby, so we were at 8 on the ground. This one took a while. The boss lady was watching it on the cameras. I'm just gonna take a rest here. The boss lady was watching it on the cameras while I was having my nap after supper. Well, after supper, after checks, come in, have a nap, and then I'd go back on to being on duty for the night. Anyway, so she was watching it. It had been up and down, up and down. The water bag had showed up, burst, but there'd been no sign of feet, so the baby hadn't progressed. So we weren't too excited about it. So she kept an eye on it, and then the cow was not, she's a younger cow, she was not committing to laying down. She was doing a lot of walking around. She was doing a lot of nibbling, so that led me to believe the baby wasn't quite lining into the birth canal properly. So I was asking my mom to keep an eye in on this one. So yeah, about an hour into it, she started to finally lay down, saw a sign of a foot, thought it was only one. So this is where these cameras come into play. Like I don't know what we ever did without cameras before. Next thing, I'm getting ready to go out. Boss lady says, come take a look, there's more. Get up, there's a nose and both feet. So, thanks Mum. By the time I got my gear on, by the time I get all the stuff I needed out, because there still was a foot of snow in the maternity pen, so I got the big snow shovel and get over there, get ready, because I thought I was going to have to walk her around to pull the baby out. She'd had the baby. So I get over there, the baby is flopping its ears, Mum's licking at it. So I'm going to give her, pardon me for snipping, I know I hate people doing that in the camera and I'm doing it. I'm going to give her an hour or two. The baby's trying to get up on his feet, so I'm going to give her an hour or two to be with the baby, to get bonded and all the rest of it, and then I'm grabbing the baby. I've got the hot box sitting over here waiting, ready. That way you can bring it in, dry it off, get it up to temperature, maybe even give it a half bottle, give it its pill, get it ready to go, and then that way Mum knows she has a baby, and then she'll be ready for it when it comes back. Yeah, so the update on this is the prop shaft is in. I noticed there's a fresh little wet spot there. I thought that was the crank seal. I thought that's what they did. Anyway, so the prop shaft is in. The guard is not in yet, so I'm gonna, in a little while, I'm gonna batter that, straighten it up, and hopefully get that mounted in. And because there's a hydraulic line for the front axle, get it, because it bolts inside that. So once I can get that and this done, check everything over, then this guy can go out and be reunited with the loader, because I would really like this to be available now, because this with the bucket on would be so nice for getting all the snow. So our final tally before I run out of, I know Ed Goslin likes to make fun of us Canadians with the long videos. Final tally, we're just shy of a foot of snow, and we had wind from the east into the northeast at up to 80 kilometers an hour. And then today, well, this last night and all of today, the wind has been out of the west, a little bit to the north, but mostly to the west, up to 86 kilometers an hour. Yeah, it's been something. And I tell you, when people go, oh yeah, we get cold, I know what cold is. You know what cold is. You know what frostbite cold is? Yeah, that's normal. The kind of cold that makes you yawn, and you know if you stop too long, you will die. And I'm not being hyperbolic. It's kind of cold that it will kill you. There's no two ways about it. We have to go get that cab and bring it in here. Not just to save its ears, but to save it from dying. Yes, we should have shelters. I'm working to remedy that. You all know that. Anyway, I'm doing a lot of whinging and whining now because it is late at night and I am tired. It was a long night last night and it was a long night the night before. Wow. Here we go. Anyway, why is that in here? Okay, so I was plowing out the snow, cleaned out the feed rail. You'll have seen that. The feed rail was all nice and cleaned out. Cows are happy to get their feed rail back. Started piling snow, trying to get the bale yards all opened up. This thing started fluttering and breaking down. Turns out it sucked a pile of snow powder into the air box. So the air box, hold on. Here's the air box, and the intake is on the bottom side of the can pointing down, wide open. There's no umbilical, there's no nothing, it's wide open. So whenever snow either comes around the buggies or anywhere else, it gets sucked in there. So the air filter was wet and it had snow in it. So we dried it out. I'm hoping it's better. But the problem was where I was piling snow, wherever I dump it, it would all blow straight back over the machine. So that's why it's tucked in here in the corner as far as I could get the machines in to warm it up. And yes, I do have the lock in. So that's why he's in here and he'll come back in here. I gotta go and plow out the lane tonight. So that way the lane is open tomorrow for emergencies and in case the boss lady needs to leave. She has council because Mrs. Piper Doug is a municipal councillor. She is the deputy reeve of the whole municipality. It's an amalgamated municipality. There's like 3 of them all together. Wally World, we call it. Anyway, she said she's going to zoom in because most of the roads are still closed here in most of West Man and South Manitoba. To the middle Manitoba and then over to the east it was wet. So the roads are covered nice. So it's bad. Saskatchewan, Manitoba, it's bad. But tonight's the worst night, temperature-wise. Like I said, last night was warmer. Tomorrow night is to be a little bit warmer again, and then we're out of it. Then we're into the warm again. So, oh my gosh. Whew. We just get back to calving because the heifers are starting to stack in racks. So, thank you for watching, everybody. Yeah, it's all over the place. I am glad to have this back, and hopefully you'll see this in the next video at work. Hopefully you'll join me. I noticed my subscriber numbers have gone down quite badly over the last week or two. I don't know whether it's just because it's been glum videos or just the algorithm doesn't like me. Anyway, I really appreciate the ones that keep coming back. That's what I care about. Like I said, I'll meet you in the comment section because I love to catch up with everybody. Okay, I'm gonna go out and check on the baby. I might stick some clips in at the end. And if not, we'll see you all next week. Take care. Teddy bye. There you go. So yeah, it is minus 30. So the cab has been in the workshop for an hour in the hot box and I've toweled it down with the shop towels, that way that there's no other animal smells. Oh my gosh, that boy, it's a little cabin. He is spirited. So yeah, she was very motivated, so we've got her in that pen, and this is the reason why I want to build a little shed here, is to keep those animals like doing this, where mom and baby can be back together as quick as possible. Chances are he might lose his ear tips, but at this point he's fine. He's had his prenatal pill, gave him a half bottle. There was signs he had drunk already from mum, but I tried the bottle, he didn't want it, so I bagged him. So they will do what they need to do now. Oh gosh. So yeah, tonight's the last really bad night as far as I know. Okay, I'm gonna jump back in the workshop more. Anyway, sorry. One more quick word before I shut the video down and let you all go back about your world. I just want to do a final big shout out Beyond everybody has been more than very supportive at this point, but a huge shout out to Brian and Cole at Sonne Farms. If you haven't been watching Sonne Farms, you're missing out. It is one of the best ranching videos on YouTube, full stop. Their content is great. They're great ambassadors to cattle farming as far as educating folk and even helping out fellow ranchers as far as tips and tricks and things like getting people onto the Optigel for newborn calves. Anyway, they've I consider Cole and Brian, especially Brian, friends, and their video today just sort of was testament to that, because they don't owe me anything, but Brian reached out in his video. Like I said, if you haven't, go over to Sonne Farms and watch their videos and give them a subscribe and a thumbs up. Tell them Piper Doug sent you. Yeah, like, they've said some really touching words, sent a message to me, and it means a lot. It does. It's like, that's the great part about the farming community and YouTube, is it's unreal. Like, it's such a good brother and sisterhood. Anyway, if I can think of it, I'll put a link down in the description part for anybody that doesn't know who Sonne Farms is. You will not regret going over there. It's such a great family operation, and like I said, great tips and tricks and great content, great moral compass in the family also. So I'm gone now. I'm gonna head in, get to bed, because it's, I don't know, 2 o'clock in the morning now, and gosh knows the day will start again, and probably be more babies on the ground. So let's get after her. Oh, thanks for watching, everybody.